Hey yo, what's good? Trey's age is Trey. I'm hosting the event on November 23rd, 2024 for 25 to 29-year-olds. 100 prophets in the kingdom of heaven who pass judgment on November 22nd, 2024. Y'all know the vibe outside of the open food bar. Outside of the open food bar, the vibe for November 23rd is housing, okay? Now I'm gonna run down some quick prep thoughts, some quick prep ideas to help you come into the event. It's 3 hours long and be able to discuss housing as a 25 to 29-year-old prophet, okay? I want you to understand that you are supposed to come into the event with a clear head. You might have some thoughts you want to share. You might prep before the event, but I'm really going to challenge you to think about your housing and to think about how you can get the housing you really, really want in the city and the state in which you want it in by faith, okay? Now, here are 4 thoughts I want you to think on. Describe your housing experiences from 1 to 18, okay? You're going to have to write this down and really, really take some time to do it. But describe your housing experiences from 1 to 18. What do you prefer, luxury housing or affordable housing? Now, affordable housing doesn't mean you're in the projects. Affordable housing might mean it just fits your budget for the amount of money you make right now, okay? Why do you have to have luxury housing? I just finished having luxury housing from 2019 to 2021. Great amenities, definitely a higher price rent. I had great experiences in my luxury housing, very affordable for me at the time. I just had some financial struggles unexpectedly due to the coronavirus pandemic. But luxury housing is a great thing. But I've also found affordable housing to be just as nice. You have the same uh I guess housing, the floor plan, you get what I'm saying? You have a bathroom, a bedroom, closet space, a washer and dryer, hopefully you have a dishwasher, hopefully, your kitchen, your living room, and your dining area, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you the truth that sometimes luxury housing comes with a swimming pool, a gym, a parking garage. Sometimes it comes with the trash man. If the mail is delivered in a certain way. Sometimes we want to spoil ourselves with our housing and get luxury housing. But if we haven't created a plan financially or done enough work in our own lives to afford that in an ownership way, then it might not be the wisest thing to get luxury housing. Sometimes it might be wise to just stay in like mediocre housing. I didn't say you were in the projects, but like it's a decent place to stay. And then when you get ready to own something, you get luxury housing. And you might want to manage your money so that you work your way up to earning the amount of money you earn. You might want to get a luxury car before you get luxury housing. Sometimes it looks a little awkward, but I'm just telling you from an investment perspective, owning uh, a piece of property that is designed for you to be there for maybe 10 or 15 years is better than just renting luxury housing for maybe 10 years straight. You know what I'm saying? You pay $600, $800 more in rent per month to have these amenities you didn't really take advantage of, but you always wanted to have an island wherever you stay. You always wanted to have a parking garage. You always wanted to have a pool as an amenity or a basketball court or tennis courts. You always had to have that. There are certain places you can put your money when you kind of have less expensive housing than you can put it when you do have uh, more expensive housing. And then sometimes we contribute to someone's bills to ask them, can we stay there so that we can invest in our dreams, our callings, and our purpose. So it all depends on what you want to do. But I'm just telling you right now, sometimes we get caught up on social media and seeing people in nice places. They have backsplashes and their homes are so beautiful and the interior of the home is just luxurious as I don't know what. And we really have no cognizant idea of what it takes to pay those bills every month, how long they went without that type of housing, the type of housing experiences they had from 1 to 18. My whole goal for you at this Trades Age event is to realize that housing really means you have an address. It really means you have 4 walls. And I'm giving you this content while being homeless that it's nice to have your own shower. It's nice to have your own bathroom. It's nice to have your own bedroom. It's nice to have your own um, kitchen, living room, you put the furniture in there how you want to. All of that should be a goal. But I really encourage you, from having my own personal life experiences, to detach your worth and your understanding of yourself and how successful you are in life from the interior design or the amenities or the style of your housing. What's the big difference between a 3 bedroom, one and a half bathroom row house in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and a 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom, uh, 2 level house in Danville, Virginia? You know what I'm saying? Your house is your house. It's very private. It's very personal. It's your choice. If you are contributing to someone's bills in Philadelphia, and you're 25 to 29 years old, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Housing in this area is very expensive. Um, if you haven't quite figured out your life and figured out how to generate enough income personally, then it makes sense for you to be more dependent on someone else when it comes to housing. If you are working a job in Philly between the ages of 25 and 29, there's a low chance that you actually gonna be able to afford your own house unless you go to more affordable housing project style apartments. You know what I'm saying? But to own a row home or to rent a row home, you're gonna have to be bringing in some bigger bucks, because this is Pennsylvania, where things cost more and they are nicer, but people are into status symbols, so housing, transportation, and all that stuff is more expensive. Whereas down south, people don't really care about oh, my home is bigger than your home. No, they care more about family and stuff. So I want to see my sister. So stuff down south is cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where all 100 profits will be from geographically, like where you actually reside in the United States. But I'm telling you right now, between the ages of 25 and 29, you don't have to hustle that hard to get your own apartment or to get your own house, and it's got to have all these amenities. It was a blessing for me. I set a personal goal for myself. I walked by faith to get my first apartment and my brand new car, and I was doing the work that was necessary to complement my faith, so that the Lord would bless me and endow me as He had before to be able to pay my bills. But now that I look back on it and I say, yeah, I haven't even hit 40 yet, and I do have a child. I really don't have to spend that much money on housing on a annual basis. That's how I do my finances. There's a lot I want to talk about when it comes to Trey's age, 25 to 29. Really thinking about, where do I live? What am I accomplishing for myself in the place in which I live? And why do I have to chase after the things I see on social media? Why can't I just be honest with myself and say, from 1 to 18, I was raised by my aunt. I stayed at her house. My mom maybe didn't have it all together. You know what I'm saying? When I do get out of here and get my own place, I plan on starting off my housing experiences, like me paying bills and stuff, in something that's more affordable than me, or I'm gonna have a roommate and it cuts my expenses so I can put my money back in other places. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know how to generate more income, so that I have more money in the bank and I'm not spending it as much. These are real conversations. These are real questions that 25 to 29-year-olds need to have. And I'm not saying I'm an expert on the topic, but I am saying I have a lot of life experience right there. I have done a lot of research, and I have been a source of wisdom and guidance for individuals who are trying to make difficult decisions around this age regarding housing, transportation, making peace with your family, doing better than your family, kind of depending on your family, having kids, raising your kids, the environment in which you want to raise your kids in, teaching your kids that just because I have multiple kids and I don't have my own place yet, it doesn't mean I'm not worth anything. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how someone is contributing to someone else's life. Um, while not having their own keys and their own address yet. And you don't know where people are kind hearted and merciful and saying, baby, I understand what it's like to have 3 babies, 2 babies, 1 baby, and you just need a break in life and it takes a few years to get yourself together. So honestly, just be honest with yourself and say, take it one step at a time and plan out the year the way that you want to. I got one more part to this video, but there's a band coming through Rittenhouse Square. So let me pause the video and I'm gonna give you the second part in just a minute. All right, so this is the last prep step I have for you. as we prepare for November 23rd. That's for trades age 25 to 29, 12 to 3 p.m. Once again, I have an open food bar for you, but I definitely want you to learn and grow within the rooms, okay? If you don't know much about this topic, please know Google is not going to be the source of all the answers to your questions, okay? You really need to talk to someone, and it's time to write a vision and make it plain. And understand that money is not the solution to everybody's problems. God can take your money from you in the blink of an eye. Really, 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 God is the solution to your problems, and you have to find out what His will is for you, and how He wants to develop you, and how He wants to shift you to the place where you need to be. I'm personally happier in Philadelphia than I was in Woodbridge, Virginia, Danville, Virginia, um, anywhere I did business. I'm telling you the truth. I've traveled all around the world. I've done a lot of speaking. I've had temporary housing in a lot of places as a world renowned speaker and as a professional teacher and developer for the youth and for college students. So I've had hotel housing. I have been on PJs, private jets. I have stayed in people's homes and taught them and got paid quite a bit. I've done a lot. So I'm telling you, real life experience is truly, truly helpful right here, okay? But here we go. Number 4, create a vision for 2025 based on the gospel. Okay, create a vision for 2025 based on the gospel. You must walk by faith and not sight. That allows you to have the housing you want. If you are doing my November 2024 challenge, then you know what it means to try to solve somebody's problems according to the gospel. Okay, 2025. My goal is to have row home housing in North Philadelphia. I want the Lord to place me where He wants me to be in North Philly. Now, when I think of housing, I think of maybe 5 to 10 years. This gonna be my address. I always say I have an address because I'm not complacent in life. I believe God can shift me to a new territory, to a new residence whenever He wanted to. I understand that I'm a prophet, and prophets have to go where they're sent. Okay, housing for myself and Nyla. Housing for myself and Nyla in a row home in North Philadelphia. I prefer a row home over a loft. I was looking at a loft in North Philly before, but with my daughter, I really want to take the time to settle down in a row home so that I can accommodate any guests we have as well. I'm very estranged from some of my relatives, and I'm rebuilding my life on the rock. So, making room for some friends and family of mine to come back into my life as God sees fit. And a row home is a more comfortable housing option for me at this time. Okay, keep that word in mind if you come into the event. Housing options. You have options. I prefer a row home over a loft because I can accommodate Nyla better as she grows. God asked me to settle in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I can also accommodate guests, okay? I'm going to be faithful over Trey G Creates until he blesses me. I'm going to continue to give messages that help prophets mature. My faithfulness oftentimes leads to an enormous harvest in my life, and it's not just financial. God opens doors that no man could shut, and He allows me to see my potential in Christ in so many different ways. Okay, God will reward me according to my faithfulness and my faith. I want you to come ready to learn and contribute to your personal housing success. Remember, there are 3 things I'm gonna leave with you. Okay, when it comes to housing, God is your judge. Obedience is better than sacrifice, and you have housing options. Okay, there are different options. I have recently taken advantage of the shelters, taken advantage of cardboard in the pavement. My peace matters more to me than where my address is. I'm telling you right now, my peace of mind matters more to me than where my address is. You can laugh and pick at me in my poverty as I meek myself and I'm humble, but I'll tell you right now, coming to this event on November 23rd, 2024, there are some things you will learn about me and my perspective on housing and transportation and stuff like that, and why I want my Nissan back instead of my BMW. But I thank God for my BMW, and how I view temporary things that you won't get from me from an everyday conversation. Okay, I really reveal myself in my events and my speaking engagements. And I'm starting with under 18, 1 to 17 years old, once a month, and then 25 to 29. It's called Trey's Age, once a month. Third Saturdays is under 18. Fourth Saturdays is Trey's Age. Y'all stay tuned. I love you. First events of this month of November. I love you. I love you. I love you. Stay tuned. Be blessed. Talk to you later.